Hello farmers and welcome back to the hills of Tuscany in the other potato field, putting down a double application of slurry. I have finished off the wheat field I was doing last episode, and I also took care of the rest of the carrots over by the vineyard. They're still sitting in the harvester, so you can see how much actually got off the field after we had the first full harvester, which we put into the soup production. This harvester load is going to go into the preserved food production, so by morning of September, we should have a decent amount of product to sell because I need the cash so I can buy some lime. A lot of these fields need lime. Actually, a lot of them, probably all of them, is what's going to come down to. As I'm slurring, though, this other potato field over by the cotton field, I'm wondering if I'm going to have enough slurry to get the whole field done. I do have our truck and trailer over here, a tanker. It was full of slurry. I just took a full tanker load out of here, or out of that, for $24,000. I came down with a full load, $24,000. So it's a matter of, do I have enough to get the whole field done? If I do, I do. If I don't, well, the cows will keep on producing slurry, and I'm not planting potatoes until next season. And if I'm still short then, well, we can, we'll have some by next spring. I'm trying to see. It was somewhere up here where I finished off. I went the other direction to do the headland, and I didn't get that far. Somewhere up here is where I reached. I'm kind of just looking at the ground texture, and it is changing. Without precision farming, though, we can turn on this map here, and I can't really. Oh, I can see where I finished off now. Yeah, we don't get the fertilizing state of the field, and that does bring me to another. As I spray some slurry on the chocolate factory over here. I think there was a comment a couple episodes ago that I should be scanning my fields. I'm not sure what you mean by scanning the fields. If you're talking about soil sampling, yeah, we're not doing precision farming on this map, so we don't need to be scanning and doing soil sampling on these fields. Soil sampling is with precision farming, which we are not running. Alright, so this is where I ended up going the other way, so the headland is done. And guess, I suppose while I'm up at this end, we'll just start zigzagging a little bit here, although I don't have a whole bunch of slurry left. But after I finish off this tank load of slurry, we're going to go ahead and steal our own T8, and we're going to go cut the grass and pick the grass up and get that into the fermenting silo and start making some more TMR. Although I am going to double check because I don't really have a great memory of how much hay I have. And I just want to make sure I got enough hay for the sheep until, well, I mean, I will get another cut this year, right? It's August, so September, October. Yeah, I'll be cutting the grass again in November. So I will have another cut this year. But I should just make sure I got enough hay for the sheep to get that far. We should. We don't have that many sheep, and I do believe I got like 100,000 liters of hay. But it's always good to double check. And then once we get the grass field done and cut, we're going to move on to the month of September, like I said, because I want to sell some product, get some money on in, and that way I can start liming the fields. I don't want to end up stuck with liming all the fields all at once, because that would take a while, and it'll be too repetitive and boring for myself, and probably for you as well. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and drop off the dolly and tanker over here by our truck, which I think is also, is it a Peterbilt? Is that a Peterbilt truck? I think that's what it's supposed to be. The old-fashioned Peterbilts. And drop off that dolly and tanker there, and we'll take care of those fields later on. Yeah, but getting to September, that'll allow us to get to do some other stuff rather than slurry plow. That field, the potato field, does need to be plowed. I mean, let's just face it, most of my fields need to be plowed because they're basically root crop everywhere. Let's go ahead and get that grass field mowed. The T8 is about the only tractor that I can use. I don't think the Challenger, the Anaconda Challenger that we have, has a 3-point linkage on the front. I think it's got weights on the front, not a 3-point linkage. So zigzag our way up through here. Actually, where is Don't know where my Challenger is currently. I think it's got the plow on it, so it must be down. It's got to be down by the red beet field on production lane. All right, let's go here and grab the front mowers. As we know, mowing the grass is not going to take us too long to do. Nope, I hit the wrong button. All right, spin around and pick up the rear mower. And just keep turning till we get to our fully grown grass field. All right, let's get the front mower on down. Let's see, let's get past the light post before we unfold the butterfly mower. And this still should be in swath mode, because it's the only thing I'm doing with the grass field. Perfect. Now, either way, this grass field I think is always going to be put into a swath, because I'm just going to pick it up with a forage wagon, either bring it down to the haymaker or to the fermenting silo. I'm not going to ted hay here when I got a nice haymaker down there with us. I did check on the animals. The animals should be fine for feed for another month, so I don't have to feed them before we advance till to September. I'll probably have to feed the cows in September, and we should have plenty of TMR. I'm hoping, well, you know, if I'm going to be liming every field, the grass field may need it by now. Can't remember the last time I did the grass field. Whip around here. Oh, hit the fence. That's not what we want to be doing. So I do believe we got all the crops harvested this month. Oh yeah, I did check for the wheat field. I cannot plant wheat until October. For some reason, I got September on the brain for planting wheat almost on every map. And every time I look, it's always October. So hopefully by the next time fall comes, I'll be like, I know wheat is planted in October. I'm just going to keep saying September. And as we know, off this grass field, I'll get 2 forage wagon loads, plus a little bit extra. Usually about 8 to 10, maybe 11. Depending how sloppy I was cutting the grass. And just like that, the grass field is just about cut. I don't mind working on the grass field in this map because it's quick work. Although the grass field in American Falls is not that bad, but since I'm doing the whole making hay process in that map, it's a few trips around with workers following behind you as well. All right, let's go ahead and put the mowers away. We'll grab the forage wagon. Wonder how bad these, what condition these mowers are in. 2%? 2%. Okay, I think they're okay. I don't need to repair them anytime soon. But that mower, when you back up, it turns quick. There's that one. And spin around all the way. I'm not lined up good enough to get in there straight. Alright, then it's back up to the forage wagon. And I'll double check. I think I got enough silage additive in there, but I always like to just top it off. I think it only uses like a quarter of what is in there. Yeah, you know what? Let me go ahead and, well, first off, let me go ahead and run into the post, apparently. Alright, how did I back you in there? I don't know. But I'm hitting the post now, so just give a little pull on over. Yeah, I gotta remember, you got rear axle steering, so that's gonna... Welcome to the clown show. Alright, can we just... Let's just... Now I'm hitting that one over, over there. Man, that's terrible. Alright, I'm just gonna go around this way. Should have done that to begin with. I mean, I can still access the grass field right over here. Okay, put the pickup down. So before I bring the first load down, we'll have a quick look at how much hay I have. And I need to refresh my memory how much the sheep are eating per month. I want to say they're at 4,000 or 5,000 liters per month. So as long as I got about 20, well, I would like to have at least 30 or 40,000 liters of hay. If I got that much, then maybe I'll wait until next cut before I make some more. Although I think we're also backed up on TMR as well, which is for the cattle. I actually thought I would never be able to keep up with the TMR, but we're getting so much byproduct from the sugar plant. We're keeping up with the TMR rather easily. Guess I can turn the beacons off. I'm in my own grass field and I'm not really going to be crossing traffic anytime soon. I think this was the first field that we harvested when we came to Hills of Tuscany. I think it was a field of sorghum. And it was in pretty good shape, too. Now, the hills do add a little bit of a challenge working in these fields. I think almost every time I pick up the grass in this field, I keep thinking at one point I was going to try to do this with the Lamborghini. Alright, there is a full forage wagon right there. Let me just go ahead and check on the sheep, see what their totals are for a month. Ooh, they're up to 7,000. I mean, that's not that big of a deal. But 7,000, they need 88,000 liters per year. And we have 132,000 liters in stock. Alright, so this can definitely go into the fermenting silo to make silage. It's almost getting to the point, the grass field is producing so well that I may have more than enough hay and then also more than enough TMR that I could maybe start selling silage. Or bringing some silage up to our small BGA and process that. Because I will get more money from electricity and methane. And of course we are making digestate as well that we could use to spray on our fields like we do with a slurry. Just that BGA takes a while to process what we put into it. So as I'm unloading this, I just got to check on the stats of the TMR processing plant. And also I got to turn this on. So I just got to make sure where I need to put all this, at least the next load. So let's go into what's going to be coming up first. All right, TMR. So it's not making any currently, so we should turn that on. Beet waste. Yeah, beet waste. So let's go ahead and activate that. There we go. That's turned on. I'll start using that material up. And then if we come on down to grass silage, yep, we can go ahead and activate that. That's got plenty of room as well. All right, so the next load can go in here as well, which is good. Make that silage, and maybe, just maybe by next year, we might be able to put some silage into the BGA. Yeah, we'll think in the future, maybe around year 6 of, depending on how we're doing, if the farm really starts raking in the cash, we could possibly buy the big BGA, but that is $1 million, or possibly build our own. I wonder how big that BGA is down there. I wonder if it tells us when you try to purchase it. Does it tell us the kilowatts? Because that way, if I want to build my own, if I can build one my own, that's like the same kilowatts as that one down there, but a lot cheaper, that might be the better way to go. My original plan was to buy that BGA, but I spent my $10 million so darn quick, I didn't have $1 million to spare. But we do have the wind turbine down there on that property. Alright, let me go around like I always do. We picked up one load, and I'll get another full load and bring that on down, which will leave about 10,000 liters of grass still to pick up here. And now the last little bits in the grass field. I think I'll fertilize this right now with the New Holland 130 and artificial fertilizer. Just because, hauling up the slurry tanker up the steep hill, it's going to slow us down quite a bit, I think. So, and plus I don't have enough slurry to do all the fields anyways. So I just want to make sure I get the grass field taken care of, because that will be ready for harvest again in 3 months. There we go. So needs rolling, so it doesn't need lime. That's why I wanted to check. And I'm left with just shy of 4,000 liters. And what I'll do, because I'm right here, I'm going to be parked right next to it, is we'll top off the forage wagon with silage additive. Now I'll just park this right over here. Now I can bring that down in September. Actually, I can jump through here. When I go pick up some TMR for the cattle. Do I get enough fertilizer here? I should have. Alright, you got a 40 meter working width. Let's make sure I'm on the widest working width. I am. Sure beats the, is it 12 or 18 meter on the slurry spreader? Luckily, we only have to fertilize the grass field once, not twice. I think it was back in FS17 where you had to fertilize the field 3 times with the base game. Or was that back in, I don't know, it's been so long now. They kind of blend into one another for me now and then. Like, I always keep thinking that sheep came into Farming Simulator in FS17, and then you guys have to remind me, no, they were in the game way back into 13. I think what I get confused about is sheep wool was worth a lot of money at the beginning of 17. Let's go ahead and narrow the working width a little bit here. Yeah, the first full game that I played was 15, and I know in 15, lumber, wood. Just cutting down trees and sending it off on the train on Bjornholm for myself. Trees were worth a lot. 17, it was sheep's wool at the beginning. 19, I'm going to assume I think it was silage in 19. And it kind of still holds true to this day where silage is definitely worth doing if you can. Alright, so the grass field's all taken care of. The animals should be mostly all set. And I think we're all set to sleep through the night and be extremely broke by morning time. But we'll go ahead and sell some products. So we're sitting at 1857. Let's see, I'm just double checking. I know the animals are good on feed. We should be done harvesting. But even if I did forget something, but we're going to check here anyways, I should be able to harvest it in September. Let's see, what do we got? We got anything ready for harvest? No, we do not. Yeah, we're all set. We did fertilize these fields, right? We're all good there. Yep, we're all good there as well. So the grapes are all set to go. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get to another month. I mean, the plowing, I do got plowing jobs and fertilizing jobs and lime spreading jobs I need to do. But lime I can't do because I don't have money. And really, I got most of fall, all winter, to wake up with minus 20,000 to get those kind of jobs done. So we are going to grab, as I find my way around here, step one, we're going to grab our truck and go get our flatbed trailer and grab a whole bunch of product, I hope. Oh, I did not put the carrots into the preserved food like an idiot. I wanted to show you guys how much I had and completely forgot about it. Well, it's not going to be the end of the world. But it would have been nice just to have a little bit of extra. So I better do that now while it's on the brain. But we should have a good load of soup because we're making everything except potato soup. Is my trailer... Oh, I see it now. I see my trailer now. Alright, I'm going to scoot across the field. Bad habit, but that's what I'm going to do. A little bit more. Alright, let's get on over to where the combine is, the harvester. And we'll dump those carrots into the preserved food production and get that started. We do have tater chips, so maybe I'll just leave the truck right here for a moment. So I may be grabbing those. I'm going to grab anything that's a really good price. Because, I mean, first off, I got to pay off the $21,000 I'm in debt this morning. And then I need money so I can go ahead and do stuff with. Let's go ahead and detach from that. We don't need that right now. Yep, I'll throw on the beacons just because. Actually, I'll drive in here. Alright, there go the carrots. And let's go into our production building. And let's see. Preserve food, carrots. Make sure they're in there. They are. Yeah, just shy of 100,000 liters. 95,643 is what it says. So we'll get those going. Alright, so we do got pallets outside the soup factory. And we got a few pallets outside the preserved food factory. Alright, and then just attached to this. Sugar beet is ready, correct? In September? Or is that October? Okay, that's not ready. The sunflowers are. So the cotton is not ready, the sugar beet is not ready, but the sunflowers are. And I'm not in a big rush for the sunflowers because I do believe in our production buildings we are pretty set on sunflower oil for now. But yeah, we are going to harvest it, get it down to the oil production, and do what needs to be done there. Alright, let's go ahead and check our stock market page to see where we're bringing what. Let's see, you scroll on down. So, potato chips, farmer's market. Okay, so we definitely want to sell potato chips because potato chips alone, 21,608, that will get us back to 0. And then if we go down here, so we don't have a whole lot on the soup side, but if we add it up, that's a good start. Farmer's market, 0 km, farmer's market. Red beet is going to the restaurante. Let's go down here to see what the price difference is of that. I went by it apparently because we got so much stuff to look at. Red beet soup, restaurant, and farmer's market. Well, it's like a $30 difference per 1,000. I think we'll just grab everything and bring it to the farmer's market. Yeah, I'm going to take a hit on some stuff, but I don't want to be making so many trips to go pick this up, bring it to there. I mean, technically, if I should be looking at the dollars quite a bit here, but yeah, we got to get things done. So load that stuff up. Oh, not close enough, huh? All right. Oh, I didn't look at the preserved food. Because we do got preserved food. What do we got a whole bunch of preserved food for? Parsnips, market stall. All right, parsnips, preserved food. It says market stall 796. Restaurante is 77. Oh, sorry, farmer's market 762. It's like a $30 difference. Yeah, everything's going to go to the farmer's market. And that is pretty much down by the store. So let me get lined up here so we can grab all these pallets and go make some money. The good thing is, with this field not having any crop into it, I can just go ahead and drive on in. Yeah, this shorter chassis is making a world of difference. Okay, hopefully we can get everything on here. Wait for it to respawn. But I think we should be up about 20 or 30,000, maybe a little bit more than that. Is that all is going to spawn there? Yeah, that's all that's going to spawn there. I can wait there as long as well, eventually something would respawn there. But it's going to take longer than I want to wait. Alright, so actually in September, I think the only thing I got to harvest are the grapes. Grapes are ready, right? That's why I wanted to make sure those were done. Yes, the grapes are ready. So maybe we'll head over there and get some grapes harvested and put those into the factory so we can start making some grape juice. Well, let's zip on down to the farmer's market and see exactly what our total is going to be. Yeah, it's kind of hard to pay off a little bit of the loan when you're trying to keep up with just the loan interest itself. But that's part of the fun for myself anyways. That's why I always play in hard economy, because I don't want to make loads of money, because I would just build up the farm so fast that I wouldn't have any personal goals to try to get to. But I do have, even though we only got grapes to harvest this month, we do have a lot of work that we can do. Oh yeah, I do need to check up on the sheep to see how they're doing on water, but they're not really going to the water as much. Oh, I was going to pass you. I'm sorry, but then I saw a car coming, and I didn't think I was going to get around you. And then you brake checked me like most cars do. Oh yeah, and I do got wood to sell, but that sawmill is not processing the wood hardly at all, it seems like. I think I won't even get $1,000 if I sell down there. Well, it would be nice to have more product on here, but this will help us out greatly. And I shouldn't be spending that much money. Yeah, I gotta buy lime, but as we mentioned, lime is not that expensive. So we knew the potato chips alone would get us above, or even us out. I said pretty close to 30, and we're almost there. So that's exactly what we needed to start the morning. So now we're back up to 26,000. I mean, I'll probably wake up in October with the same situation, but maybe not as far. we won't be as far. I think maybe we'll be like 10 grand, maybe in debt. We'll have to wait and see. But that'll be a few more episodes for sure. Let's bring this back to Production Lane, and I will see you over at the vineyard, and yeah, we'll start harvesting some of the grapes. Because it doesn't look like the other farmers are taking care of their vineyards at all. So we got our harvester for the white grapes, and I can see the red grapes, which look kind of purplish to me, but they are ready for harvest as well. I do need to stay focused on the white grapes because it's kind of hard to see if you're not paying attention what row you've been into, because it's, unless you're really paying attention, it's kind of hard to see the grapes dangling off the vines. But we'll get all the grapes harvested in this month right here. Actually, I can hire a worker to do the large red grapevines, but I can't hire him to do the small one because course play does not have enough room to turn around at either end mostly. And white grapes, you can't do that either. So you can see we're not I mean, it is a small set of vines, but still, yeah, we're barely getting like 160 liters of white grapes per row. And when I paid probably over $500,000, probably closer to $600,000 or $700,000 to get the vineyard up and going with the production building and all the harvesters and tools and whatnot, getting my money back on selling grape juice and the pomace is probably not going to happen. So the one thing I just have to look at it is everything here is, when I say paid for, we've already bought everything. So now making money from it is just an added bonus, I suppose. But definitely not going to be profitable, I think, for us here, even after the 10 years that we're going to be here. Oh, did I already go down? I was ready to say, it's not. It takes a second for the vegetation to come out the back, because it's got to go through the machine to separate the grapes from the vegetation. And I won't even get a full combine load, but I will unload into the production building before I head over to the other vines, because that, I think, would fill up the harvester. This will be the first set done, of course, and we'll get the other 3 done at a later time, but I want to check on the animals here in just a moment. Although, if the sheep need water, I do got the small water tanker still at the farm. I'm glad I didn't sell that, because the big tanker has like 40,000 some odd liters of slurry in it. So if they desperately need water, well, I got a small tanker there we can give them water with. I'm still trying to figure out how the water silo that we put down for the animals is not actually working, because if you look at the cow barn, it shows they had over 1 billion liters of water in their water trough, but yet you go look at the water trough when it was empty. Well, yeah, the water trough was empty. Yeah, there was no water into it, but the cow barn said it had 1 billion liters of water. And the sheep haven't gone through enough water yet for us to figure out if theirs is going to work or not. Like I said, if it works for the sheep, then I'll leave the mod on. Because that way I don't have to worry about the sheep ever again, at least for water. But for the cows, we'll have to give them water. And who knows, maybe there'll be an update, either or. The map itself, which will, you know, the husbandry would be adaptable to that mod, or the mod needs to be the water mod needs to be updated itself, which I'm not sure. But I know a few of you told me when I put that mod down, it said it's not going to work in that cow barn. I was like, huh? All right, well, wait and see. And you guys were right. It did not work. So October should be a busy month for us in Hills of Tuscany, because I'm sure by then the cotton and the sugar beet will be ready for harvest. We got to plant that wheat field. Just keep giving us enough straw to make sure the cows have bedding to produce solid manure. Not to mention all the lime spreading, slurry spreading, plowing. Grapes will be ready for pruning stuff. Alright, so we ended up getting just a little over 2,000 liters of white grapes off that vineyard. Probably too far back. And there we go. White grapes are in, so let's go get that production up and started. I can't remember exactly when the best time to sell this stuff. I can see I didn't sell it this past year. Where do I need to be for this production? White grape juice, there we go. Wow, we're really filling up that production building. But we'll get it activated. Oh, looks like, yeah, we did run out of sugar beet, which means that the production building, was that a full sugar beet field last year? Or was that corner canola last year? I think we're going to have a little bit more sugar beet this year than last year. Wheat, we are done with that, so we can deactivate that. So I'll actually deactivate that. No sense of running that right now. And of course, yep, we'll deactivate all this. But that'll get restarted again next month. And everything else is looking okay. Yeah, the greenhouse I need to get up and going because I got to get solid fertilizer into those. So we can get some strawberries going. But the last thing I need to be doing this episode is we are going to jump over to our animal pens. All right, they still got 34,000 liters of TMR, so it's not something we got to get back over here and feed them right away. But a little bit extra would not hurt. We got about 38,000 liters of slurry, and how are we doing on the manure? 61,000, so that's starting to get in there. But this should hold 4 million liters, so it's not like a rush of getting the manure spreader yet. Plus, I don't have the cash. And plus, the manure spreader I would like to get. It's going to be expensive. Let's run over and check on the sheep. Baba sheep, and see if they are getting low on water yet. I mean, it's going to say they got... Just ignore the billion and see what the other number is. Where do I got to go to get to their stats here? Okay, so they still got 9,000 liters of water in there. And once they go through that, we'll see if they get through the other billion or not. Yeah, I've been over to the mod to see if I got to, like, activate something. And I don't see nothing coming up that I got to activate anything. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, basically. Not sure. I do, like people said, be careful when you sell this because we'll sell the water with it and get a whole bunch of money. I'm just going to deactivate the mod and that should take care of it. Are we full of sheep yet? Where's the trigger here? Trigger should be here somewhere. There we go. Yes, we do have a full sheep pen. So, I think we said, what do we got here? We got the Welsh. So, I think they go for 400 with their mature. Welsh female at 8 months. So, the females go for only 144. The males go for 400. Well, we're going to start selling off some of the males here, get ourselves some cash. Because we got a full pen. I mean, is it worth it? I'd probably get more money if I just left them in there and got the wool off of them. But we're just going to look for the ones that are worth 400 and sell those. And that's all I see. I don't see anything else. The females, I'm just going to keep in here. For selling them for 144, whatever price they are, not worth it. Oh, this one's worth 261. How old are you? You're 29 months old. Yeah, I think I'll just keep them because it's not worth it. But I do want to get the females mostly in here because that way we'll have more offspring. And then since we're running the enhanced animal mod, we should get a little bit of money from selling the overcrowded animals. So that will help us on out. But yeah, they still got plenty of water, so I don't know if that mod's... Oh, how much wool do I got in here? Do I need to clear that out sometime soon? Yeah, probably when I start harvesting the cotton next month and really get that up and going. So, yeah, we did sell about $50,000 worth of product today, which got us up to $28,000. But at least now I can go ahead and buy some lime, and we can start liming the fields. The grapes are the only thing we got to harvest. But we do have a lot of fields that we can overturn. Oh, yeah, the sunflowers are ready as well. Not a major rush to get those in because we got so much sunflower oil, the potato chip factory is not going to be able to take it all. But might as well get it cut, harvested, and brought on down there and clear out the field so we can get kind of set for that field for next year as well. But, yeah, always plenty of work to do here in the hills of Tuscany. And, yeah, I'm kind of hoping that once we get through like November time, that when we keep selling more products from soup and the preserved food, that we can start nibbling away at that loan a little bit. Should not be a problem getting down to that 9 million by the end of the year. I think we owe 9.15 million. Am I correct on that? 9.1 million. So it's even better than I thought. But yeah, I mean, we sold $50,000 worth of product this month. Should be able to sell the same amount next month, and the month after that, and the month after that. Because those parsnips, or sorry, the preserved food and soup factory should be producing for quite a while. But anyways, that's where we're going to wrap it up for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you again right here in the hills of Tuscany. But until then, have a good one.